another player for Emma Hayes that got her first call up, her first cap, and her first start. Defender Sam Staab, absolutely tremendous performance from her in both of these friendlies against South Korea. So this prompted us to have a little get to know you segment, because for NWSL fans, they might know Sam Staab because she's been stellar throughout the league over the last several years. But for US fans that are maybe, putting an asterisk next to Staab and saying, hey, who are you? We're going to do a segment right now where we dive deep into a player that fans might not know and might want some more information on. So if you're joining us live on YouTube right now, let us know another player that you want us to do a dive deep in. Put it in the chat. Our producer, Mark, is going to take some notes about other players that you want us to talk a little bit more in depth about. But right now, we're going to talk Sam Staab. And unfortunately, no, she's not joining us live this time around. She's a little busy getting back into market with Chicago and celebrating her first start with the U.S. side.
Yeah.
But let's chat about Sam Staab, because currently she is a Chicago Red Stars center back, and she is the newest member of the United States women's national team. She subbed on in the first friendly against South Korea in the 61st minute on Saturday, and she got her first senior start Tuesday versus South Korea. Collegiately, Sam Staab played for the Clemson Tigers, and in 2019, Staab was drafted 4th overall by the Washington Spirit. That same year in 2019, Staab was nominated for Rookie of the Year. She spent a lot of time with Washington Spirit. She was a 3-time NWSL Iron Woman, meaning that she played every single minute of the season. And in 2021, she also won the championship with the Washington Spirit. 2023, she was named to the NWSL Best 11. And in her first 4 seasons with the Washington Spirit, she went on to prove that not only can she play center back, she can lead a team to a championship, she can be an Iron Woman, but she can also get consecutive starts, stay healthy, and stay at the top of her game. In the offseason, she did go over to Australia, spend some time with Western Sydney Wanderers. Very typical for players in the NWSL in the offseason to stay involved in the game and stay playing. But this past offseason, Sam Staab was traded to the Chicago Red Stars in January 2024 for the 3rd pick in the NWSL draft. That is what Washington got. Most recently, Sam Staab just hit 100 consecutive starts in the NWSL. And of course, is coming off her first call-up and her first senior national team debut. What an incredible player Sam Staab is, Sandra. Now you've gotten to watch her up close and personal, playing with the Red Stars. And of course, last night in St. Paul, Minnesota with the United States women's national team.
Yeah, just a really special talent, honestly, and a great person as well. I think that's really important to know. I think whenever we're talking about players in general on this show, when you want to know about somebody, maybe you listen a little bit to the people who work alongside them and know what it's like to kind of be in those trenches. So everything that I've ever kind of heard working with or getting to see Sam Staab, I've gone ahead and listened to that. Folks that have played alongside her, coaches that have coached her. And it's just been really great to kind of see her get this, what feels like a little bit of recognition for the fact that she's really put in a huge shift, a lot of time at center back in NWSL specifically. So I'm here for the rise of Sam Staab. I know that Lisa ran down just a little bit of an overview of her time in the league, but I think that's important to note, because while we're celebrating Sam Staab's first appearance and her first start with the U.S. women's national team, I think it's important to know the fact that this is a player that has played in NWSL since 2019. This isn't, someone who has, we're talking about coming right into the league, just fresh out of a draft, or making waves, or the fact that she's a newer player. Like, no, this is a veteran. This is a bona fide vet of the NWSL who is finally, I think, getting a chance to shine a little bit. And I think for a lot of folks out there, who are either find themselves as diehard supporters of the U.S. Women's National Team, or even a casual fan of the USWNT, and by extension NWSL as well. Getting these types of call ups perhaps maybe represents that. It feels that way. It feels like recognition, right? And I think that is part of what has felt so special about Sam Staab's ability to play as long as she's had 100 consecutive starts. That's absurd. That's absurd. I don't know if we're ever gonna get to see someone go ahead and do that. Maybe records are made to be broken, but 100 consecutive starts in NWSL specifically is absolutely um, outrageous. But I loved being able to not only see her compete with the spirit. I went to go cover that final, Lisa, in 2021. I have been a Sam Staab respecter, for a long time.
Sure.
But you're right in that it's a little bit different when you get to kind of see a player kind of play week in, week out, but also, know the type of work that they're putting in, week out to make sure that they're always prepared for these games.
Exactly. That killer left foot from Sam Staab. She does such a good job, whether it's breaking lines of passes, delivering set pieces, anything like that. Defensively, she's so solid. She can lead and organize from the back. It's very impressive. Yeah, shout out to James Miller because James Miller right now on YouTube saying, "Hey, we didn't even get to see Staab's long throw-ins."
That's such a
No,
good
that's
point.
international level. We didn't. Yes, add that to Staab's resume because she does have those long throw-ins. It's so well deserved for her to get this call up. So hands up for Sam Staab, snaps and claps to her because
Yes.
really impressive stuff. We like this segment, a little getting to know you. So if everyone on YouTube has someone that you want us to do a little bit of a deeper dive in and get to know you, give you the background on them, let us know. Drop the name in the chat, and we'll get to it. We'll take some notes and we'll get there.
I want to ask you though, Lisa, because I know I
Yeah.
was there at the game and watching it, and I mentioned this to you off camera, so I want to bring it on camera. Um, Her constant movement, I think, were like moments where she found herself in attacking scenarios, and she had a really good look on goal, and I would have lost it if she if she would have made it. I want to get your reaction on that specific
Oh my
segment.
gosh. Absolutely amazing. There was a moment where when your center back gets in the 18 and they have an open run at goal, yeah, you give them the ball. Hands up to Lindsay Horan as well, because she played this perfect little lofted ball right into the run of Staab. She takes it off the half volley. That touch is so impressive and
Yeah,
so good. And she missed the goal, Sandra, by mere inches. If Staab scored in this match against South Korea, I definitely would have lost my mind.
yeah,
I don't know. To me, I think Staab is going to go to Paris and to the Olympics. I think ability
I love
to
that.
play alongside Emily Sonnet. They have that past relationship from both playing together at Washington, and her ability to be able to organize and to defend really well, to be so calm and composed on the ball. She looked like a veteran out there. We talked about that last night in the live so
Indeed.
much that she just looked so confident on the ball that when you need depth at the center back role and you have someone that can so seamlessly step in, defend well, and be good in possession, you need that depth at the Olympics. Hands down, I think she's going to go.
I love that. Be bold, Lisa. I'm here for it. I'm following you, taking your lead on that as well. I wouldn't hate it. I'd love to see it.
Oh, I love it. All right. So, Sam Staab, kudos to you on your first U.S. women's national team call up. You get your first cap and your first start all in the span of a week. It's been great getting to know you. We're excited to keep watching you.